welcome everyone. Welcome. How are you today, Stathi?
Hello. I'm chill. I'm good.
Chilled. Yeah. Feels a bit like Sunday,
Chill.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like Sunday.
Well, we had a bit of light thunder and rain here where I'm at. So
Humidity. It's lovely, windy, wet now, and humid.
it is. It is. I don't mind it. People, if you could share us out, that would be much appreciated. Twist and shout. I'm doing the same thing. Because it all helps. I don't know who it helps, but it should help some people. It helps someone. That's it. The right message for the right person. That's what it's about. Getting the message to everyone. I'm just sharing out now my phone. I've turned. I don't know how to turn that bit down.
Turn your volume down.
No, I've turned all the volume down. It's just. Oh no. It'll get there.
Okay, almost there. I have my cards.
Oh, so you'd be pulling cards right now. How you going, Willow Tree? Welcome. I've shared out. So, people, how are you all today? I've just got a couple of things to do. Is there anything you'd like to say about the energies that are happening at the moment?
Yeah, I was going to get there. Hello, Judy. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Willow. I was just going to answer. Willow, different sizes. Yes, they are huge. Energies, it's very personal. Energies this week have been self-reflective. Go within, look within. The answer everyone is looking for is not out there. All these energies around us, everything at this moment is to distract us and keep our focus externally. We need to bring it back to ourselves, be here, be present, be now. The energies are affecting every aspect of us. Some are feeling it more than others. Some need to feel it more than others. Others are just not feeling it, and it doesn't really matter. Keep focusing on yourselves. Work on your chakras. Work on balancing yourself. Work and focus on your core, and keep yourself present. Because the energies, yes, there is a collective energy happening, but the energy at this moment is very personal for each individual. So keep your focus within yourselves. Keep your heart open and keep present. Don't have expectations. This energy is to remove expectations. Any expectations we have will be disappointments instead. So, and I stated that very clearly. So keep your focus on yourselves, keep it in the present, and keep it at your core level. Keep the focus core. That's where the energy is really working on. It's keeping us balanced. But we have to do the work as well.
Yep, and if you can't keep presents, then buy one for someone who's having a birthday. Must be someone in your life.
Exactly.
Yep. Just saying. So was it kangaroo? Quick question. Kangaroos down.
Well, the kangaroos down there.
Yeah, that all sort of size. It depends. When they're babies, they're not that big. Otherwise, that poor mother kangaroo. Oh. Man, kangaroo steak is what you want. I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat for years, but man, I used to love a kangaroo steak. And I remember once I went to. Oh yeah, I remember once I was so blessed. I went into the Adelaide Central City markets, and in the I don't know why, but it was in in Chinatown. They had Indian takeaway. And they were doing kangaroo vindaloo, and I was like, there is a God.
Oh, there you go. You never had the
opportunity. Okay. Just sending. Yep. Okay. That should do it. Wait a sec. I'm just going to share to my No, I'm just sharing to my actual profile.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just so my friends can like watch the show and go, dear God, I didn't know he did that. God, unfriend. You'd be doing me a favor.
This is
Oh,
crazy,
thank you,
man.
Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Hey, Mandy, how you going, gorgeous? You've come to it feels like the naughty corner now. Straight to the naughty corner, Mandy. Me and Steffi. I mean, this is
Exactly right.
yeah. Okay, people.
Naughty corner.
We will start. I'll start the show with a group reading, and then I'll get donated readings, and we'll have a few. We have a few pay it forwards to give away. Christian, here comes trouble.
All right, Christian.
And people, don't ever donate. Don't donate with the stars. I don't know how that works. Because I had someone, I was lucky. I just did an extended reading for them anyway. They donated with the stars. And I'm like, what? Where? Because super tech savvy here. That's how I roll. Okay, so is it anyone's birthday today? No, it's a pity. Because I'm not I'm not going to believe you anymore. If you say it now, you go, oh yeah, it's my. I'm not going to believe you. Too bad. So sad. Yeah. No. Okay. People, I'll start with a group reading for everyone. Just see what the energies. I've been getting a lot of head pressures here and there. At the moment, which is good. Head pressures.
I feel it's mainly behind the shoulder and the neck area.
Yeah. And the back of the vertebrae too. I've been getting, unless someone stabbed me in the back again from a past life.
No, look, it is bringing up. It's going to bring up everything. It's actually breaking barriers within ourselves. So if we actually aren't aware of what's happening, we will project it. But if we can see it's within ourselves and see it is part of our story, and just accept it, and that story has brought us to exactly where we are, it won't have the effect that it would if we weren't aware of what was happening. If we're not aware, we're going to project it, which is going to start creating more issues for ourselves, which will be physical. It will be physical. So just be aware. It's bringing it to the surface. Everything's coming to the surface, and we have to deal with it. We have to deal with our own shit, and it's going to come up so harshly. It is coming up harshly. It's going to be for everyone, and everyone's going to be getting this, which you're feeling at this moment. But don't project it. Keep it to yourself.
Well, yeah. Looking at the group reading. Well, that's it. Because when we get sort of pains in sometimes we get pains in our back for some sort of reasons. Is people you realize if you can work out what vertebrae it is, okay, you can like the chakras. If you know where the chakras block, if you know what vertebrae it is, you can. It actually relates to something that. There could be something energetic that's blocking your spine, and if it's blocking your spine, how's the Christos going to flow? How's the energy going to flow? So you can always look into that. There's all sorts of things. Okay, group reading for everyone. Take what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Just send a little
Pass
note
it to Mandy.
Pass it to Mandy.
All goes to Mandy in the naughty corner.
Yeah, in the naughty corner. Are you in the naughty corner, Mandy? We don't have a naughty corner because this whole show is a naughty corner, Mandy. Because that's how we roll. No, we're good. We're good boys, aren't we?
No.
No. I guess not. Let's see. Karma's coming. Okay, people. Look, with everyone at the moment, the collective reading. Look, people, I've got release the old and rest. There's still stuff. There's unforgiveness. There's all sorts of stuff people are holding on to. Okay, ideals, thought forms on how the world should be, or but to me, this is screaming about expectations. People have so many expectations We get into this thing and we start waking up and we think that, the universe is going to make everything rosy. And we come here for a battle, people. We come here to learn. We come here to experience. We come here to grow. And nothing tested is nothing proven. So there's going to be some squeezing involved. But at the moment, people, no matter how hard things look, the world's going to shift forever. So people are worried about their mortgages. They're worried about this. They're worried about that. What? Unless there's anything you can do with it in the moment, you got to throw it out. Okay, time to forgive people. Time to just get rid of all that stuff that you're carrying, all your ideals about how you think things should be, because this is what we do, people. Is I've got the first card's the autumn card, release the old and rest. Okay, and the bottom of the main pile is see beyond your current situation, and in between that is the stand up and fight card. So people, it's if it's look, in another time, I could be saying, look, just cruise by, and these things they do as we grow, they fall away, okay, because they don't resonate. But at the moment, we've got the added bonus of the Earth, the whole frequencies shifting, so stuff's coming up to the surface. So we can go. It comes back down into the battle of the mind. I really think with this reading at the moment, it definitely comes to the battle of the mind, because it's like people, when a thought comes up, do you want to feed it? Do you want to dwell on it, or do you want to go, hey, wait a second, I've got to do something about it? What do you want to do, people? You want to just push it back down and create more baggage, or do we want to start releasing this stuff? Okay, because part of rising vibration is getting rid of the lower vibration, is just releasing it, or just acknowledging it for what it is. Okay, not going into story, not going into projection, because the main action card I've got for everyone is inverted. Exchange of energies, create abundant, the trader card, and covering that inverted also is grow together. So there's growth and there's stuff coming up in people's lives. There's people being triggered, or stuff's coming to the service that we have to deal with. And where we're putting our focus is we're going, oh, woe is me, this sucks, rah, rah, rah. And it's not about that, people. Okay, that's the victim mentality, and we got to shift this. It's time to stand up and fight. That's the main part. It's time to stand up and fight. So we're going to lead away from this victim mentality, and we're going to go, okay, what can I do about it? Okay, I might have to shift my game. I might have to do some work, do some spiritual work, and not put on Netflix when I feel like it. We might have to make some changes. We might have to make some changes to diet. We might have to detox. We might have to do a lot of things, but it's all about getting down and standing up to that battle of the mind at the moment, I really think, because people are putting their energy in the wrong place because their focus is in the wrong place. Okay, and this is what we ask for, people. We ask to grow. We ask for things to change, but we're going to do what we can do, and what we can't do is we can't go, oh, woe is me, I don't like it, it's all too scary, and go back into that hole. People, it's time to stand up and fight. Okay, because there's a lot of, I've got inverted moving forward. I've got the inverted. I've got the she-wolf card, unleash the wild within, and this talks about standing up to the negativity that's around us. And this card is inverted, so that tells me that it's in our heads. We've got a lot of negativity coming in our heads, and you know what happens when we don't deal with the negativity that comes in our heads? We don't do anything about it. We go into shameless sensuality. We go chasing gratification. We go chasing, whether it be, I'm going to eat a big bowl of ice cream, or I'm going to sit in front of Netflix because I don't feel like it. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those, but people, we go chasing gratification. That means we have expectations on everything. Okay, it's a very dangerous, but it starts with a battle of the mind at the moment, from releasing the old and watching where we're putting our energy, because the universe wants us to deal with all this stuff at the moment. It's coming up for a reason, people. So please deal with it. And I hope that has helped people. The universe just kicked me up the butt with that reading, and it probably did for you too. But hey, that's how it is, and that's what the card said. And I hope that's helped people. That was a group reading for everyone. Take what resonates and what doesn't resonate. Send to Mandy. I'm sure. Are we doing that? It was Mandy left already, has she? She's like, yeah, no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Hey, Judy, how you going? Good. I had a lovely swim in the ocean today. Fine. Happy in the naughty corner. Oh, I wouldn't know about that. So, we always start. I'll just 1 sec. I'll just check if anyone's donated. But we always start this show with a giveaway. Okay, with a free reading giveaway, and we let fate decide who gets the reading. So people pick a number between, I don't know, Cindy will tell us. Here we go.
The number between.
Between 60 and 80. Oh, so I guess today you'll be guessing how many cups of coffee Stathi has a day. I would say that's a pretty fair estimate. Probably a little bit conservative. Let's just say he's well grounded. Speaking of coffee. So pick a number between 60 and 80, preferably not 59 or 81. If my brother's watching.
Christian, coffee. That's pointless watching.
Oh, sorry. What was the other thing, Cindy? I'll find it. There we go. That was lucky. And I have no idea. Keep trying. And then after that, we've got Jennifer, and then we've got some pay it forwards to do from Cindy, and we've got pay it forwards from the naughty, fresh from the naughty corner.
It's not 69, it's not 77, it's not 71 or 78.
Hello, coffee boy. He's coming. Kimmy.
Dirty-minded people. So this is a whole naughty corner here.
I know. We're going to watch out for that, because lust just screams attachment, lowers the vibration. And we do it with a lot of things. It's not just the obvious either.
And we have a winner.
Okay, Belinda, if you could just focus on big breath in through your nose, big breath out through your mouth. Yeah, a couple of times. Just focus on that heart space. Messages for Belinda. Belinda, what is it that you could be doing at the moment for you in your current situation? I believe you're getting intuition. I believe you're getting little prompts. Okay? It just feels like the distractions are coming in. The mind, the chatter is coming back in at the moment and getting your focus to be somewhere else. Okay? Because we go through the hard times. Okay, there's a lot of people having to deal with death, job loss, finances. The world's topsy-turvies at the moment. Very topsy-turvies. Okay, but the universe is saying, come on, a lot of this stress is you're bringing on yourself. Okay? It's saying, well, it's not whose fault it is, but where we choose to put our focus, how we choose to go about things, how we choose to react about things is on us. Okay, because we're responsible how we react to anything. Let me just pull you some profile cards. Okay, look, too much chatter, too much going over scenarios. Okay, there's a situation that you're dealing with at the moment, and you're running scenario after scenario in your head. Okay, got to let it rest. It's not going to do you any favors. Okay, it's going to make you lose sleep. And then what happens is we get all these perspectives on how we think things should be, and we stress out when it doesn't work out how we think it should. Okay, so there's a lot of attachment. There's attachment to outcomes. And sometimes this can be to do with justice, and we go, how dare they do this to us? You know what? Usually we let people do stuff. Okay, we're a part of it. We bring certain things to the table, but at the moment, the universe is saying, hey, look, just let the universe deal with it. Okay, it's them and their walk. It's them and their perspective. Okay, things are just what they are. Okay, and all we can do is, at the moment, is just have a look at what we brought to the table and how we're going about it, because we can't shift someone else's energy. It just looks like you've got expectations on someone, and whether it be fair or unfair, that's not the point. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. But just look, this is the universe at play. This is the universe doing its thing. Okay, everyone has their experiences. Everyone's coming through, and at the moment, I got the High Priestess on your main. I got the High Priestess at the bottom of your main pile, going, harness the mystic power. This is about you stepping into your power. You stepping into, you know what to do. You know, I mean, there's a lot of this stuff you already know, but sometimes we have to remind ourselves, and then we have to step into it. Okay, so this is getting out under your head and getting into reaction mode. Okay, because there's, in the current situation, there's just perspectives, there's perceptions, there's perspectives, there's things that you're just not seeing from where you're at, because you've got attachment. You've got attachment to outcomes, you've got attachment to your point of view. Okay, and this is, sometimes it's not about us. Sometimes people do shitty things, or we go through things and we go, well, that was a shitty thing that they did to us, or that was shitty, or we go through loss. Okay, and there's no blame game. Okay, it's people doing their experience. Okay, she's doing her thing, right? Okay, that's for her to learn. That's for her to experience. Okay, it's time to look. The universe is saying, look, you know, you reap what you sow. She'll reap what she sows. Okay, but you got to trust that the universe is going to play it out, because as long as you're inside your head, you're going, this is not fair, this is not fair, and this is not fair, or this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. You're putting out that energy to the universe and creating that resistance in yourself. You're causing the stress. You're feeding the stress button in your head at the moment, and the main action card is the Earth Mother, which comes in as, you know, comes as a stress card, and this is inverted, saying you're inside your head. Okay, but when we don't accept things for what they are, okay, we're basically saying no, universe, no, and everything happens how it should be. Everything is perfect the way it is. Okay, we come here for lessons. We come here for experiences, good, bad, right or wrong. That's irrelevant. But we come here to experience. And at the moment, the universe is saying, is feeling, you're just creating so much resistance and polarity to the universe. And this should be a time where you should be going, thank you for showing me these things, universe. Thank you for the lesson. And how do we do that? Is we look, there's something for us to see. There's always something for us to see. There's always something for us to learn. So you can be going, what can you learn from this situation? Okay, we can't do other people's lessons. We can't learn other people's lessons. We can't always guide them. They don't always want to hear. It's up to them. But at the moment, you need, just because from your point of view and where you are, from your perspective, you can see how to fix a lot of things. Okay, but you got to let go of that, because you're not her. Okay, I got the peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. Okay, it's time for you to let go and trust in this experience will teach. is for her to learn, is for her to go through, is for her to experience, is for her to learn. Okay, sometimes we're gonna let go. It could be tough love, but the longer you keep this in your head, running over it and losing sleep over it, you're just going to create yourself stress. Okay, and then when you come to deal with her, you're going to create more resistance. Okay, but if you can step into gratitude, you can step into love, you can trust in higher forces, and you can let her be her. Okay, this is where you put less resistance between each other. This can be a game changer. But at the moment, you're making it harder for yourself, harder for your daughter, harder for everyone else. It's not your problem if you make it harder for your daughter. That's her problem. But making it harder for you, that's what I need you to have a look at. Okay, because you need to loosen things up for you. Okay, because there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on you at the moment, and it's time to let go of it and let the universe. You can do what you can do, but I know it's hard with kids, but the more you hang on to your expectations of how things should work out, you're going to miss. You're going to miss what's real. You're going to miss what's going on. You're going to miss what's really going on. Okay. When we let go of things, that's when we can really start to see. And the universe wants you to have a look, wants you to free up, right? Because at the moment you're blinded by your bias, you're blinded by your perspective, and that's not helping anyone. That's making you less efficient at dealing with the situation, and it's just putting so much pressure and stress on yourself. And the universe just wants to say, "Hey, man, it's on the universe. It's on your daughter, and it's on the universe." But the main thing is the perspective. When you want things to be a certain way, or you think things should be a certain way, you're going to miss opportunities in the present. Okay, so you've got to let go of how you think things should work out, so you don't miss the opportunities in the present to actually make a difference when the universe throws you an opening. Okay, I hope that's helped you.
Curiosity. Belinda, what is it you're truly looking for? Is a real question. Is it because what I'm getting is that what you're looking for is not going to be found in somebody else. It's the first thing I want to say to you is you can go to wherever you go, what direction you go to. Everywhere you go, whatever information someone has, that information is it should only be there to assist you to look within yourself. Situations unfold constantly, and it's us that actually creates more than what it is, because we use our, as Brooke was mentioning, our perspective to say something, and we put ourselves in a position, whether it's right or not. Start looking at the world as you would watch a movie. You know, each movie that you're watching, when you're watching a movie, you're pretty much seeing everything that's unfolding at that moment. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, you can see a situation occurring, and you know that the person is going to just walk into a trap. Doesn't matter how much you scream and shout, it's going to unfold exactly as it's going to unfold. They're not going to hear you. Most people don't hear. But what's more important with that is when you start to see the world is doing exactly, or everything is like a movie, everything is unfolded the way it's supposed to unfold, you can start to actually getting a little bit of peace within oneself and saying, well, this is how it's unfolding. What can I do about it? Well, how much is it truly affecting you?
Yeah.
Are you trying to be a savior? Are you trying to do something that is beyond your reach? Is something that's disturbing you? I mean, these are triggers. These are things that we start to look at. Why am I affected by something? Why is this really affecting me? What is it within myself that I don't want to see within this person when they're doing this? So it's bringing it back to yourself. Everything is about ourselves. Everything we see, and it's always yes, the world is happening. Whatever is happening is happening. Can you change it? Can you do anything about it? No. What can you do for yourself? Where can you bring your focus? I say to you, bring the focus to your solar plexus. Work on your solar plexus and start getting that all nice and clear. Start making connections which are going to show you you for who you are, not what you expect. Work on your heart chakra and open it up and accept. This is the acceptance. This is the part where we might not like something, but it's not up to us. Whether we like it or not is really irrelevant to what is occurring. It's the acceptance of what it is. Work with your heart chakra, open it up. Don't focus too much in your mind. You are overthinking so much. It's blocking what you could see clear. So you're not really seeing clear at this moment. You're seeing projections, stories that you're making up, and it is presented in front of you. Keep yourself grounded. And yes, this is easily say it, but keep yourself grounded. Work on your base chakra. Be present constantly and allow what's unfolding before you to unfold. A good lesson is watching something or doing something where you don't like it being done. You can see it's being done wrong or whatever, but there's nothing you can do about it. Train yourself. What can you really do about it? Someone decides to do something, they're going to do it. What is it that you really can do about it? Can you advise? Yes. That's all you can truly do. So you start bringing it back to yourself. Start taking care of yourself and keeping yourself present. Your throat chakra needs clearing because you are speaking, but you're not really speaking what is yours. It's stories that seem to be created. So it's causing a lot of stress at your throat chakra as well. So pretty much work on your chakras, keep yourself present. Your solar plexus is the main one that I would say that you really focus on because the connections that you can be making, it seems as though you're sort of creating more barriers and pushing away than drawing towards you. And it's time to start drawing it back towards you. Don't overimagine, don't overthink. Work on your thoughts itself. And do a little bit of work. You don't really need to do much on your sacral, but your sacral can do with some work. But as you start working with all of your chakras, especially your heart chakra, they'll start to work themselves out. But if your focus is always external, always out there of what's going on out there, don't do anything that I told you to do. Because your energy is just going out there. So bring your energy back to you. Start working on yourself and keeping your focus to you. This applies to everyone. Bring your focus back to yourselves. This is where everything you're looking for, everything you're going to go out there and look for, is right inside you. I hope that's assistant. Hi, Trace. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Hello, Ms. Clear. How are you? Feet up? Dogs fed? We've done the number. And now we have a reading to do for, was it Kim? No, was it Kim? Who? Kim or Jennifer?
Jennifer?
Yeah.
Yes, Jennifer.
Jennifer, are you there? Jenny. Jennifer. And that reading was donated by, that last reading by Okay. So what happened to Jennifer?
Jennifer.
What is that, Kimmy? I'm single, haha. What? That's what she said.
Good morning, Angelita.
Okay.
We can come back to her afterwards. When she,
Can we
here
come
she
back?
is.
Oh yeah, Jennifer. We were looking for you, and yeah, and there you are. Okay. Okay, we'll get you a reading. How are things going, Jennifer? Jennifer, if I can get just you to focus, big breath in, big breath out, and focus on your heart space, that would be good. How dare you, Tracy, go and watch a movie right in the middle of my life? Okay, big breath in, big breath out, Jennifer. Jennifer, nothing's permanent, nothing lasts forever. Okay? No matter how sometimes we get into things and we feel like, okay, this is it, this is too much, rah, rah, rah. But you know what? We get through these things. Okay? We always get through these things. We're survivors. If we don't go through them, we just go on to the next incarnation. If we go on to the next incarnation, we're like, well, I got out of that last incarnation in time. Don't worry about it. Okay? Nothing's set in stone. Nothing is permanent forever. Okay. You know, in the 3D, I mean, we're in the 3D, okay? But what people don't realize, the whole thing, just, well, people say spirituality. You can keep that, not interested. But enlightenment, okay? Rising in vibration. The whole prison that we're in is in our mind, and the whole thing is mental perception, okay? And this reading is coming out is from where you're focused at the moment, Jennifer. Okay, this is the illusion. This is the prison you've created. You're a prisoner in your own mind. Okay, and when that happens, we just make things worse. We put more pressure on ourselves. We put more stress on ourselves. We put resistance in as far as manifestation goes. And at the moment, the first card I've got for you, okay, is the Winter card. Take care of your needs. Okay, it feels like you have shut yourself down. It feels like all the potential inside has been bottled up, has been closed down, has been put on hold. Okay, because you feel like, well, this is not fair. This is not how it should work. I don't like this. This is it's. You know, the world's in chaos at the moment. Okay, and you've gone into survival mode, Jennifer. It seems like too much analyzation. Okay, you're not taking care of yourself. You're not doing what needs to be done. You've gone into stress. You're like in fight and flight mode. Okay, damage control. Okay, and this is what you got to break out. This is what's on your plate at the moment. This is what the universe wants you to break out of. But this is great. This is great news, because this is the time. This is the time at the moment where everything's coming up to be dealt with. Okay, there's certain things that you need to do for yourself. Okay, whether it be taking care of you, taking care of yourself, doing certain processes, not sweeping things under the carpet. Okay. But because when you look around at all the circumstances lining up, you're looking like, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. Okay. You're trying to, because what hasn't happened yet hasn't happened yet. And the more you focus on what you want to happen and what hasn't happened, it just, there's too much of your moment. It's like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It hasn't happened yet. Okay. Look, the unknown is the unknown, and we've got to let it unfold. But when we got our headspace, this is what a lot of people do, is our headspace is all in the past and all about the future. Why? Because we can look at a location and look at ideals of where we think we should be or what we're capable of, instead of looking at ourselves in the now and being present in the moment, going, okay, what do I need to change now? What do I need to work on now? Where does my focus need to be now? Okay, and as when we look at our past and then we look to the future and we're not present in the moment, okay, we just miss all these opportunities. And there's opportunities around you at the moment. The universe is throwing you opportunities. Your intuition is trying to talk to you, is trying to get your attention. But you're so worried about how things are going to work out when you're going to get to a destination, when you're going to get to a location, that there's so much that you're just missing in front of you now. What do you need to do for yourself now, Jennifer? Okay? There's stuff that you need to be doing. There's stuff that yourself is telling you to do, and you're going, yeah, okay, but I don't feel like it. Okay, the body has its own mind as well. Who's in control? Is the body in control? Is the I am in control? Is the spirit in control? Who's in control? We tend to jump towards whatever feels good at the time. And then when things don't line up, we go, woe is me, universe. Okay, Jennifer, this is about you coming into the driver's seat. You starting to come present in the moment and come into the driver's seat and go, wait a second, let's step into my authority. Let's step into somewhere where I can have power. There's little things you can do. You don't all have to do it all at once, Jennifer, but there's stuff that you need to do now. There's stuff that your inner self is screaming out for you to do now. There's stuff that's screaming out for you to take care of now. Okay, and it can get overwhelming. Why? It does. It can get overwhelming. But all we can do is we can chip away at one thing at a time. We can make one fresh decision. Every 7 seconds, on average, we make a decision. What's your next decision going to be? Okay? Because the universe is going, come on. Step into it. Okay? Because there's an amazing person. There's a powerful person just waiting to come out. Okay, but it keeps getting pushed aside. Look, the main action card I've got you is the Air Guardian. Shift your perception. This is the universe. This is your higher self saying, look, you're just looking at it all from the wrong place. And the more you look at it from the wrong place of what, when am I going to get this? When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? Okay, you've just created all this stress. Because now you're in wait. Now you're not seeing things come to pass. Why? Because you're waiting there. The universe is like, well, you just walked past a heap of it. Go back and look. Be present in the moment. Because you're walking past stuff all the time, and you're missing out. You're missing. There's opportunities. There's stuff that you're here to learn. That's meant. The universe is trying to. Your higher self is trying to help you grow. And help build you and help you step in sovereignty and help you rise in vibration. And all this stuff is happening around you and you're looking somewhere else at the moment. And the universe is going, your higher self's going, you just walked past it. It was there. That thing that you were looking for. Because we do that. We sometimes we want to stay in our comfort zones and then we miss critical points. So someone will say, oh, look, next month you've got someone coming in that's going to help you with this. But then you go, oh, look, I don't have to do nothing. I'll stay at home and watch Netflix. And then it doesn't happen next month. And we go, well, what happened? So that was going to happen. Because there's key points that you're missing because you're somewhere else. Okay? It's all about becoming present for you at the moment and shifting the perception. Okay? You're the creator being, Jennifer. You're not the victim. You're the creator being. The world isn't happening to you. You're happening to the world. Okay, so it's time to take care of yourself, time to step into your power, time to say the unknown is the unknown, stuff it, because it does. The unknown can be scary, but it's uncomfortable, but we've got to embrace it. There's no way around it. Because at the moment moving forward, I've got the wise one, grow within your current situation. There's always something to learn. And if we don't learn from a current situation, we stay. We stay in that loop. We stay in that cycle. And these cycles are being missed and the universe is screaming out saying, look, just a little bit of a shift, eyes open, Jennifer. And then you'll start to step into your power, and you'll start to step into your game. Okay? Because at the moment, some of the things that you wanted in life, some of the things that you desire, they feel like they're slipping away. And that hurts, and it's scary, and it hurts. It's not always good, but we can sit there and go, woe is me, which we all feel like doing that sometimes. We're human. It's okay. It's okay. But sometimes we're to go, okay, what can I do from my end? I've got to take better care of myself. I've got to pay more attention. I've got to take steps to free myself from that perception where I'm coming from in the mind. And your perception at the moment, you're first saying it's just causing you stress. It's how you're looking at things. As you start to take steps to take care of your needs, take care of you, your perception is going to shift, and that's going to empower you. And then the universe is asking you to do that, and then you'll start growing within your current situation. When that happens, you start to get empowered. You start to get revelations. You start to go, and the game changes. And you go up a level, and then you look back and go, shit, I did things the hard way. But we're human. No blame game, Jennifer. No blame game. The universe is screaming out for you to start helping yourself and take care of your needs. Okay? And I'll get you a happy card from my shaman deck. And the happy card is Elder Ancestors. An elder ancestor is a spirit guide connected to you biologically and spiritually who walked on the earth a long time ago. Okay? When you do a shamanic journey or meditation, ask your elder spirit, elder guides, call on them before ceremony or in meditation. Say, I trust that my elder is watching out for me. Okay? Call on your spirit guides, call on your ancestors. Say, show me, help me, show me, be with me. And they will. Okay? I hope that helps you, Jennifer.
Fine. Jennifer, is your structure crumbling around you? Is that which has been so well organized and formed all around you starting to collapse? And you starting to question, has your public because that's what I'm reading, questions. Realities have been shifting, realities that you're questioning at this moment. So there's something you're looking for which is a little bit deeper than just the surface stuff. And that which is around you is going to be questioned. Your structure, it feels like your house of cards is crumbling. Things are shifting, things are changing, and if they haven't, they are going to. It is there already. Your world, the reality that you know is where you are at this moment on the questioning state. You are questioning so much within you. You have all these opportunities at this moment that are there as well for you, but the direction that you're going to choose is going to be more of an eye-opener. Something you've seen, something that you've experienced, something that you're aware of at this moment that has already got you to question so much. There's so much more to be questioned as well, and a lot deeper. Work on your chakras, and the main chakra I'm going to tell you to focus on is your base chakra. Keep yourself grounded and keep yourself present. Things will unfold around you, and they're going to be eye-opening, but a very, I don't want to say scary in that sense, but I want to say very strong negative energies. That's probably a better way for me to say it at this moment. Things are going to be around you, and it is up to you whether you want to try and save the structure or let it collapse around you so you can go and do what you are capable of doing. There's a lot that is already occurring for you. Business-wise, home-wise, there's a lot of things that are changing. A lot of things are being presented. for you to deal with. Keep yourself focused on your presence. Keep yourself focused on the grounding aspect of it, your base chakra. Heart chakra, you're going to start to notice that if you close your heart chakra, you're going to start to feel really squished up. You feel like you've been squeezed all around you. Keep yourself open. Be truthful to yourself and accept things for what they are. Things are coming. They're going to be not what you expect. And that's what I said earlier. People do not have expectations. Your expectations will build disappointments. Don't expect anything, and that's what you receive. Be grateful for. Things are shifting for you, and it is up to you on how strong you are as an individual to how you will handle it. But that's what you're in at this moment, and that's what you will continue to unfold forward. I don't have much more. Maybe. I think you're still on mute, mate.
Hello.
Good morning to all the new people that's from
Front door.
Liverpool, UK, Manchester. You're welcome. Don't be too much in your head, Jennifer.
It's got thunder and rain around here, but it's not stormy. It's just,
Distant.
The what?
Don't be too much. Don't overthink too much, Jennifer.
Yeah, because then we get entrapped in the mind. We get trapped in the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So hello, Joan. Hello, Mandy back.
Mandy back.
Yeah.
So we got some pay it forwards to do. Who would like to pay it forward?
Natasha?
Yeah. Well, no, I already had a coffee, but like I'm hardly going to put like a toilet seat up, am I? And have like gone for a coffee, gone for a slash. Like it's just tacky. It's tacky, Angela. I know I can make tacky work, but
That's your middle name. Is that Mandy's your middle name, Jennifer? Work on it. There's a lot. So you look. I don't know how deep you're into spirituality, but you need to focus on what's happening around you at this moment, because there's a lot of it, and it's not based on spirituality. It's more on a physical, personal aspect as well. But it is there for you to clear. Working on it. Look, I would suggest and recommend that you start really looking deep into your chakras. Get to understand them. But you want to put your page up, Brooke, on YouTube, the Spirituality 101. Little guides, I suppose. I'll call them that.
Yep.
There's a lot out there, music-wise. There's a lot of so much out there that we can do for ourselves. Start looking at that. That which is happening around you at this moment, though, that will continue. The House of Cards is coming down, and there's not much anyone can do about that.
Yeah. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Mm-hmm.
And not get too emotional over it, because you don't want to get caught up in the anger and the blame. Trust me, they'll take care of that. There's plenty of other people to do that. There's a playlist of some spiritual basics. Okay.
There you go.
And there's short 5-minute videos, straight to the point, dealing with family, judgment, all that sort of stuff. Some of it's, that should help you out. I did them a while back. So, but they still hold their value.
Right. Angelita, you're in spring now, aren't you? Is the weather picked up at all?
Is Willow Tree still here? Willow Tree, are you still here? Because I have a pay it forward reading to do, courtesy of courtesy of Ban Cindy. I mean Cindy. That was the wrong
Ban
one.
Cindy.
Ban Cindy.
Ban Cindy. Master Limited. Okay.
The girl that can't be banned.
Yeah, that's true.
God knows Stathi's tried.
Oh, yeah.
Must be karmic.
Must be.
What do you mean? March 23rd. What's happening on March 23rd?
There's spring.
Oh, okay. I thought people were telling me something weird's going to happen. There's a big shift happening on the 22nd.
March 23rd.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Who's the shit? 22nd. For some reason, I kept getting something. I don't know what it is, but the 7th keeps popping into my head for some reason.
Okay, I have a freebie to give away. So, Cindy, do you want to put a number up, or do you want to pick someone?
You choose, Brooke, what you feel. If you feel that someone needs a reading, go for it.
Okay. Here you go. People pick a number between 20 and 40. Numbers in the private chat, Cindy, and whoever picks the magic number will get the magic reading courtesy of Here you go. Oh, that's okay. So people pick a number between 20 and 40, and whoever gets to the magic number will get the reading courtesy of Cindy. Okay. That's it. Keep picking, people. Pick as if your nose depended on it. So, in other words, pick a winner. Lynn. Hello. Okay, Lynn. What's happening in your neck of the woods? Okay, I'll get some different cards out for Lynn. Lynn, too much overthinking certain things at the moment. Okay? Because you're in a time of growth, you're in a time of expansion, you're in a time of something going up. You're in a time of like a lot of things are coming up. This is a perfect time to grow, okay? Because we're running out of time, even though time does not exist, but we'll talk about that on another day. Okay, you know, like, because once something's happened, it's in the past. Thinking, stressing, worrying, going on about stuff, running scenarios, worry, all this stuff inside our head. Okay. It just doesn't help us. At the end of the day, what has happened has happened. Okay. And look, I'm feeling, time to give gratitude, because when we give gratitude, we've got to look for the lesson. But not only that, is when we start to move, when we start to develop, when we start to grow, when we start to learn how to become present. Okay, when we just have to, you know how people go, oh, everyone's where they need to be. Okay, well, everyone is just where they are. Okay, they're in the moment, and nothing can change the moment. Okay, it's just what it is. And that freedom in the mind, okay, that peace, that love, that place that you want to be, okay, that freedom that everyone's searching for, that's just recognizing, okay, that whatever you're going through in the moment, you're meant to be going through it and to be present and aware, okay, so you can come into that flow. But at the moment, it's about, for you, it's about accepting where you are, accepting what's going on, letting go of the past. And if something's happened, you just got to make peace with that, okay? And surrender to the divine, okay? Because what you're doing is there's too much inside your head. You're worried about things that have happened. It's happened, okay? Could I have done this differently? Could I have done that differently? Maybe if I did this, that would have turned out, yeah. Okay, we can look at things, go, okay, what is there to learn? Maybe I shouldn't have done it this way. Maybe I could have done it that way. Then we got to forget about it. We got to move on and be present, because at the moment you're causing resistance from being somewhere else being somewhere else where you should be at the moment. Because I've got the first card I've got for you, the Sky Dancer, surrender. It's time to surrender it. Okay, and crossing over, that's inverted, is the broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Okay, it's just how it is. It's just what's happened. We can't change it. Okay, so what we do is we have all these attachments and we have all this stuff in our mind, and we run scenarios. We create a prison. We create prison walls in our mind. Okay, so it's about you breaking down these walls in your mind, because this should be a time of healing. But as long as you hang on to stuff and keep running over these scenarios, the universe is trying to move you forward, trying to let you shed, trying to help you to let go. And there's stuff that you're hanging on to. Okay? So it's time to move in a new direction. Time to go, wait a sec, what's going on now? The way I'm going about it is not working. Okay, now I got to move in a new direction. Okay? This is about getting back to your soul purpose, about getting back to your integrity. Okay? Because there's a lot of changes happening for you at the moment. Okay? And your guides, your guardians, they're all there. But sometimes we've got to sit with our shadow self, and we've got to work through these things, and we've got to under ourselves. We've got to understand these mental patterns. At the moment, you should be in a healing time. Okay? This is a time for heal. This is a time for the self-work. This is a time for the shadow work. This is the time to make peace with how things are. Stop looking for the destination. Stop looking for the future, how we think things should be, and understand things are just what they are. Okay? Because there's stuff that the universe is trying to show you right now. Okay, between what you want and what is, you're creating resistance. Okay, so it's just really comes down to holding that space for you, holding that space, accepting things for what they are, because the universe wants to show you stuff, but as long as you're holding on to it, there's no room in your hand. Okay, and there's so much more. There's so much more the universe wants to put in your lap, but as long as you're still holding on to the other stuff, you've got no more hands left to pick up the new stuff. Okay, because your heart's screaming out. Your heart's screaming out. It wants to move on. Okay, there's a voice in your soul. There's your intuition. There's, you're called for more than what you're going through now. But this is just a period where we have to go through these things so we can understand, so we can learn to let go, so that the universe can get you ready for the next phase. Okay, so there's no need to create extra resistance. Just accept things for what they are. Okay, and just let it happen. And just be aware and just be present. Okay, you're just going through a normal gestation period. Okay, actually, your main action card is gestation period. This is all part of it. So if you're feeling down or you're feeling, have a look at those feelings, Lynn. Okay, why am I feeling this way? What is it there for me to learn? Have I got any attachments? Do I need to let go? Do I need to shift my focus? Okay, this is all part of it. It's not love and light. It's about the shedding of who we think we are, the shedding of the attachment of the mind. This is part of it. Okay, this is where the real work's done. And which means you're going to have to hold that space. You're going to have to hold that ground. You're going to have to stand strong. Make peace. Make peace with where you are. Okay? Because too many people, we get in one and go, oh, universe, I want it to work this way. I want it to work that way. I want it to work this way. Yeah, man, it's a fool's embrace. We all do it. We all do it. But eventually comes a time where the universe is like, okay, you know enough now. Let's strip it back. Let's strip that back and get that attachment out of you. Okay? It's like a rites of passage. And your shamanic happy card is altar. An altar is setting up a sacred space. An altar is setting with sacred physical objects that support your spiritual focus. Set up an area in your home, create an altar, a sacred space that encourages your spirituality work. Okay, your thoughts, your intentions, your focus. May my altar is a blessing and provides me with spiritual sustenance. Okay. I mean, I've got an altar at home which I light incense off. I do rituals and all sorts of stuff, and also I've got a picture of my mum and dad which died last year on there. They've got their own crystal, and I talk to them. I light my incense. Do all sorts of stuff there. It's really good. Okay. I hope that's helped you.
I don't have much for you. Connections for myself and I do know what the reason is as well. But I'm going to state this to you. What will benefit you at this moment, is to focus on what is right in front of you. Learn to listen to what is happening around you without attaching too much to what you're hearing. So it's more about listening what's happening as it's happening and just allow it to go. So really it's more about paying attention, but listening. Listen to the rain. If you've got a candle burning, listen to the candle burning. A lot to do with listening. Focus on listening and allow that energy to actually come to you. That will bring you to the moment. You are, feels like you do some work. If you really want to get to that full depth of what is spoken about, start to know the difference between who you are and what you feel. And that applies to everyone as well. Learn what it is to who you are. What is it that you are? Who are you? And distinguish the difference between what you're feeling. So listen, be aware that you're listening. Feel, be aware what you're feeling. So listen, and when you're listening, yes, don't see what we do, what we tend to do, and this is everyone, we all tend to do this because we're not used to it. When we're listening to something, we hold on to what we've heard, so we're really missing what is actually going on. So a lot of people cannot hear conversations, only hear parts of it. When you're listening for each word. When you're listening for the rain, you're listening for every sound that's coming down, every drop. Hear the differences between the drops. Slow yourself down. That'll assist you in being present. And just chakras, the only chakra I'll tell you again, I'll tell you is base, which is basically keeping it present. You just need to be present. Don't worry about tomorrow. Yesterday's over and done with. What's unfolding, what's occurring right this moment. This is all that matters, this moment now.
Because if we can't, because I'll tell you now, people, if you can't learn what it is to be present and start becoming present and in the moment, the most that's going to happen is you'll be 3D with a few gifts. And that's it. That's as far as you'll go. There's no way around it. It's a basic fundamental of enlightenment is becoming present. Okay?
The closest I can describe to you what the present moment truly is the moment that you can really say to yourself, I have no idea what this is. And it doesn't matter what it is that you're looking at. And so being present is literally knowing what is not yourself. Because you're present and looking at that which is not yourself. Yeah, maybe other ways to know. True presence, guys, is literally seeing everything around you, but being so centered, you literally watch the second tick over, and you're before that second.
I hope that's helped you, Lynn. Message me when you want a pouch.
Remember the numbers, please? We're not doing numbers, or are we?
Are we doing? Yeah, we can do numbers, but we have one to give away, courtesy of the Naughty Corner. Courtesy of Mandy. Okay, Mandy from Calm and Co. She deals crystals. Crystal, the good sort, like the spiritual sort, not the other sort.
Miss Cindy, can you get into the chat, please?
So people pick a number between 20 and 40. I'll put the number in the private chat for you, Cindy. And we have a reading, pay it forward, courtesy of Elements of Calm and Co. Look them up on Facebook. Should I try and get the link? Let's see if I can find the link.
There's a number. Oh, there's a number.
Mandy, can you put your link up? I'll try and find it. Wait a sec. Okay, it's a group link, so try and find this and join. Mandy does lives for crystals and all sorts. She has great crystals. And she's going to send you a crystal and she says her dog ate it. She's probably telling the truth. Okay. So what's the New Zealand weather like? I've only got 3 monitors, Angelita. I've got a TV up here, and I've got one here and one there. So it's like big one with 2 small ones underneath it.
Yeah. Kimmy, you're up.
Oh, Kimmy. Sorry, I was distracted by Angelita's comment. I'm talking technical. Okay, Kimmy. Where are you from, Kimmy?
The winner's on the screen, guys.
Angelita, look up USB monitors. I've got AOG USB monitors. They're only like 100. I paid 135, I think, for one. So then you don't need new video. You don't need extra video card.
Melbourneite. Yeah.
Oh my God! I won't hold that against you.
Hello, Melbourneite. North, south, east, or west?
That's it. Say hello to Dan for me. I mean, just go like that to Dan. Dan, that's for you, Dan.
He gets too many hellos these days. Come on. West, okay.
Dirty Dan.
Melbourne here as well.
I'm Adelaide. Only because I'm one of the cool kids.
And Mandy's from Melbourne.
Yeah, they're all from Melbourne. Only some of us can be superly blessed. I'll tell you what, we had a bit of rain and a bit of thunder. I'll send it over to you. Express.
No, we're getting the rain.
Should reach there by tomorrow. Okay.
Can we just focus on your heart chakra, please?
Well, there's always going to be turbulence around, Kimmy. There's always going to be distractions. Okay. Okay. But it depends how we go about it. We can drag things out, or we can bring them to fruition quicker. But they are going to, everything's already happened. There seems to be too much waiting. When's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? You know, there's a feeling inside you that's stirring. There's a feeling that's stirring up inside you. Okay? And what happens is when we resist certain things, we just make it harder on ourselves. But really at the moment now, Kimmy, you're being called to let go of the past. Okay? There's too much as what has happened in your life at the moment that you're hanging on to. You're like, well, it's defined me. It's who I am. No, who you are is who you are now. That can change. We can always change. We're forever changing. Okay? But at the moment, there's this tug of war with yourself. Self-belief, confidence, all sorts. Okay? But that's going to continue to go around on a circle. It's going to continue around to go on a wheel of fortune, whatever you want. There's a cycle. You're stuck in a cycle at the moment. Okay? And it has to do with who you think you are. And it doesn't matter who you think you are. It's about who you are now. Okay? The future's unwritten, Kimmy. The future is unwritten. But it's calling you. But as long as you hold on to the past, with all its limitations, all its good experiences, all its bad experiences, all its setbacks, all its victories, as long as you hold on to the past, you're going to project more of that into the future. Okay? First card I've got for you is a Star Ancestor. Follow the voice in your soul. And that's inverted. You know, there's a feeling inside of you that there's more. But it's struggling to come to pass. Okay? Because there's too many comfort zones at play. There's too many worries. Okay? This is one of the hardest things is we've got the I am, the ego. Likes to keep us in our comfort zones, likes to tell us what we want to hear, likes to talk us out of doing stuff that makes us uncomfortable. But we have to embrace the uncomfortable. Because without doing that, we don't grow. And at the moment, I've got work through your fears is shadowing the inverted star ancestor. Follow the voice in your soul. It's time for you to step out. And it's going to be a bit stressful. It's not going to feel right. Okay? But otherwise, you're going to sit there butting heads with yourself. And then 20 years down the track, 10 years down the track, 30 years down the track, you're going to go like, you're going to be in the same position you are now. Okay? You want things to change, Kimmy? Kimmy, you are the change. Okay? There's potential, there's growth, it's waiting to be discovered. There's new ground, there's new territory, there's new things for you waiting to be discovered. But you can't, you're going to have to open the door and walk through, Kimmy. Okay? You got to stop worrying what anyone else thinks, what anyone else tells you. Because at the moment, you're waiting for the change to happen. You're sitting there waiting for change to come to you. That's not the way the universe works. I've got inverted. The lady card, enjoy the growth and reap the rewards. That's inverted. You're waiting for things to change before you go and do the thing, but that's not how it works. We have to be the change. Because if we don't make changes, we attract the same. We attract the same that we've been attracting at the moment. And we stay in those same cycles. But as we change, the cycles change. And that's what's screaming out for you. Okay? The star is to follow the voice of your soul. Time to start following it. Time to get uncomfortable. Time to step out of your norm. Okay? It's time to believe in possible at the moment, because I've got the high priest for you. Intend and create. The universe is saying, look, time for you to put that intent out there and time to you create it. It says intend and create. It doesn't say intend and wait. That's what most people do. Okay? I've got the blue moon here. Believe in the impossible. Okay? Which should be believe in the unknown. But if you continue to do the same, go about it the same way and wait, it's going to be much of the same. But there's potential here. I've got, look, inverted. I've got being bullheaded. This is butting heads with yourself. I've got tell your story. I've got set it free. And the last two cards are inverted. They're waiting for you to turn them around. So when things are scary, you've got to hold that space. You've got to take a big breath in, big breath out. It's not going to be easy. But where has easy gotten us so far? Where does easy get any of us? Okay? The universe is calling you, Kimmy. It's calling. Your higher self is calling you. And it's time to step out. It's time to step out of those comfort zones. It's time to face those fears. They're screaming out. They're screaming out. Otherwise, it's going to shut down your soul. Grief is hard. It is. It's hard. It's not easy. It's a part of life. Death is a part of life. We grieve all sorts of things. It's not easy at all. It's a process that we've got to go through. We've got to understand. Kimmy, when I lost I lost my mum a year ago, and a few months before that, I lost my dad. And then I was sad and I grieved, but then I realized that a thought is only a second away. And then when I started feeling sad that I couldn't see my dad again, I thought of something silly he did, and it made me laugh when I was grieving. And I realized this is what the Buddhists talk about. This is what a lot of them talk about. Our loved ones are only a thought away. I can't physically go and visit them, but I can. They're only a thought away. They're only a second away in my heart, a second away in my mind. Okay? They never leave us. Okay? I hope that's helped you, Kimmy. It's time to stand up. It's time to build that energy up. It's time to go, you know what? I need change. I need to be the change because everything's changing at the moment. Some people are going to be left behind. And that's not to scare you. It's just the truth. You don't want to be left behind because you're being called. You're going to be called. It's going to be awkward. And it's going to be hard. And you're going to fall on your face and then you're going to stand up and dust yourself off. It's just part of the process, Kimmy. It's just part of the process. But you'll get there. If you keep moving forward, you will get there. Just don't give up. And don't settle for staying in the same place. Okay? I hope that's helped you.
Okay. I could feel the distraction. That was the main thing. So can respect the distraction at this moment, but it's exactly that. It is a distraction. Yeah, we do grieve, as Uncle just mentioned. We all grieve on a loss. I've not lost someone very close to me, but when I was younger, I have lost a very close friend of mine. So, but family-wise, no. But grief is grief, and we do grieve. How long do you want to grieve for? How long do you want to hold into that? It's all in. It's all in our mind. It's all in our memory. Everything about everyone that we've encountered, whether we remember it or not, we hold on to it. And again, as Brooke mentioned, they're always there. Energetically, their energy is always around. You can always connect in a way that's comfortable for yourself. I don't get into that side of it, but you can. The main thing that you yourself, though, is to bring, again, when we're distracted with something, when we put our focus on something, that's where our attention is. And what we're paying attention to is exactly that. We're putting our energy into it. So, growth to fly, to actually feel that freedom that you're seeking, which is what everyone seeks. It's not going to be given to you out there. You've got to find that back within yourself. You've got to find that joy again. You've got to find that acceptance of the situation at hand. As we accept, it becomes easier because that's all it is. If we don't accept something, it's coming to us and presenting itself until we do learn to accept it. And once accepted, well, we can move on. And the next lesson comes along. We accept it, and so your energy is flat. You can do a lot of work with yourself. You can actually raise your energy. I think you've done that before, but you are flat at this moment. And it is your sacral area itself. So your sacral chakra is actually out. And it feels like it's on a standstill. It's just not moving. It's just there. You need to be more active. You need to do something creative and bring yourself into the creative aspect, which being creative also brings you to the present moment, which works on your base chakra as well. Your heart is closed off, and I can feel that. So this is where the strength within oneself needs to come out. And you have to accept, again, the acceptance is the opening of the heart chakra as well. And yeah, let out all the sorrow, let it all out, how you feel, express yourself. Really important at this moment as well, to express yourself on all aspects of what you're feeling. And that'll assist with your own throat chakra. Don't focus too much on what you're seeing. Don't visualize too much. Get out of your head. Keep away from the head. Keep it to the present moment. And more, if anything, just pay attention to how you're feeling and also how you're expressing. That'll be the most important thing for you. And keeping it grounded. Now, I don't, to mention to you, your solar plexus at this moment there's a lot of supports around you, and I do feel that there are those who are supporting you. Now that's all, but there's a sort of a fading that's occurring, an energy exchange, which is not healthy for everyone. Healthy for you because you need support at this moment, but it's not really assisting. If you can look up cord cutting, start doing and learning what cord cutting is, and start doing some cord cutting. That will assist you as well. Other than that, just take care. For some reason, I just want to mention, I don't know what the irritation is, but one of your arms has got some form of irritation. I'll just get that time, get that. Other than that, because I just want to mention on my left arm. Other than that, keep yourself focused. Look into some creative art, something that can keep you occupied in the moment and distract your mind from overthinking. I hope that's assisting. I do feel choked up as well. I appreciate the choking up.
And that was donated by thank you, Mandy.
Yeah.
Should you do another one for Mandy? Is she still here? She hasn't been banned from the she's still in the naughty corner.
Kimmy, just keep it look, when for myself, what you're going through, I'm a little bit brutal at times. And my brutality is it's happened, it's past tense. You can grieve as much as you want, it's not going to do anything for you. Great, grieve, yes. Whatever it is that you need to do. But I don't know how deep you go or depth you want to get to. I don't know how far you want to go into spirituality. But that is all up to you to get to what I'm going to presume at this moment. To get to that depth and to the level of spirituality that I feel that you might be looking for, we need to do a lot of work. There's so much acceptance and so much that has to be recovered.
Angelita.
Yeah, Mandy's drunk in the naughty corner.
Mandy. And next we have Angelita. Angelita, are you still there?
Yeah.
Of course she's there.
Price.
You're up early. Are you up early or are you up late, Angelita?
His word is up early.
Is she? Thought it might be Saturday night.
Drunk on
life. Drunk on life. Good one, Mandy.
You're welcome, Katie.
Okay. You get the weirdo cards.
5 thoughts and I am.
Sending stars. I don't even know what to do with those stars. But okay. Okay, Angelita. What have we got for you?
Angelita. Magnolia.
Angelita, the thing about the unknown is we don't know. I know how profound that sounds, but it's true. It's weird. It's almost like there's something that you feel you should do, but you're like, oh my God, how ever is it going to happen? It just feels like there's a little bit too much pressure on yourself, a little too much. There's some things you're trying to work out. The universe is pulling you forward, but your emotions seem to be a bit all over the place. Okay, this is a fear of the unknown. Okay, so at the moment, Angelita, it's all about understanding your emotions. Okay, time to explore them, because I just feel that there's as you're moving forward in awesome places and awesome realms, but there's still resistance. There's still resistance to some of your emotions. Okay, these are the limitations. There's some emotions that are still causing limitations. These are when we go into the mind, these are the things, these are the attachments they create. Attachments create prisons, okay, and limitations and expectations. Okay, the universe is just asking you to really have a look at these at the moment, to really get in contact with your feelings and understand them, but not take them on. I mean, you're not your emotions. Just because you feel hungry doesn't mean you are hungry. It just means your body wants food. Okay. Just because you feel love doesn't mean you are love. It just means you're feeling that emotion at the time. But there seems to be, it's sort of coming across as a slight bit of confusion on your behalf. There seems to be like a mix-up with the way you're feeling about certain things. Okay, it's okay to be fearful. Okay, it's okay to be worried. Okay, but we got to understand why. Okay, at the moment the universe is asking you to understand your emotions, to dig deeper. Okay, because it's got some big stuff ahead. There's some big stuff coming, and the universe is like, come on, just get on top, Angelita. Just get on top. Understand your emotions a bit better. Understand how you're interacting with them, because the universe wants you to lift it up again, because it's got plans for you. Okay, because at the moment there's things that you want to do. Okay, and they're trying to come into fruition. There's been promises made. There's calling on your life in areas. But the resistance at the moment is just understanding and coming into acknowledgement of those emotions and being present in the moment. Still a little bit too much inside the head, and there's stuff being missed. And there's stuff coming up at the moment. There should be stuff coming up in your life. The universe is like, hey, look, can we just have a look at this? Can we just get on top of this? Okay, because there's a few, it just feels like there's a few, well, it's not so much expectations, it is expectations, but it feels like attachment to outcome. We can go to the universe is like, we're going to do this, and then we go out and then we step towards it. We step towards something, and then it doesn't work the way we expectation. Then we go all fearful and go, oh, this is too much. And it just feels like there's some pressure that you're putting on yourself here and around the place. Okay. And the universe is saying it's just your emotions. Okay. It's just attachments to your emotions. And I want you to understand that. It still wants you to keep moving forward. Okay. And it's going to be fearful. It wants you to follow your bliss. It wants you to follow that happy spot. It wants you to follow what you want to do. It wants you to create that. But emotionally, it just feels like there's a little bit of anxiety there. Okay, but that's okay. That's okay. We can still feel a little bit anxious here and there, but we've got to understand what it is. We've got to trace that down. We've got to come back present into the moment and understand, yeah, that's going to be, I'm going to have to step out in the unknown, and it's going to be a bit fearful. Okay? But the miracle cards come out. but it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen. There's no time frame on it. The universe is saying there's no time frame on it. Just keep plodding away, keep doing what you're doing, keep moving forward, and it will come to pass. Don't worry about the destination. Come back present into the moment. Understand the emotions, understand the attachments, understand the thoughts, understand the feelings, understand the energies. Not get overwhelmed by it. Okay? Because you're highly attuned and highly sensitive. So you really got to watch out for that. Okay, because there's some things that the universe, it just feels like it wants to be shown. It wants to step the game up. So there is going to be some more emotions. There is going to be some stuff. There's going to be some triggers. It's for everyone at the moment. But on your behalf, there's going to be some triggers, and there's going to be some fear coming up. As it gets you to listen to your intuition, it gets you to move forward in certain areas. But that's okay, because it wants to show you stuff. This is part of the lesson. This is part of what you asked for. Okay, because it wants to help you release that, and it wants to help break you down towards that. But you just got to keep plodding along. Okay, keep understanding, keep acknowledging your emotions, keep acknowledging your feelings, and understand them, so they can become a source of information for you. Okay, but not a source of attachment. Because as we move forward, it gets easier, a bit more complicated. It gets complicated, a bit easier. I don't know. It's a bit of the both. But you're still on. This is just part of the process. Okay? And the answers that you're after at the moment, they'll come. They'll come when the rest of the perspective is there to see. Okay? But it just feels like this. It feels uncomfortable. It feels weird. It feels stagnant. It feels like too much. Okay? Just acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge your emotions, understand them, that they are not you. Okay? And then just keep working towards it. Okay? Because it's hard. It's hard when we get the butterflies. It's hard when we get this. It's hard when we get that. Okay? Connect as a distraction. It can be so overwhelming. And it's time. And it just feels like the universe is just saying, okay, it's time to gain that more understanding and learn to use them instead of being overwhelmed at the moment. Okay, so acknowledge them, but be present in the moment. Okay, so things can be a bit of a roller coaster. And we go, wait a second, I was just picking up energy from somewhere else. Which part of that energy was fear? Which part of that was from that other person? It's hard, but we've got to work it out. We've got to work it out. We've got to be present. We've got to work it out. Otherwise, it'll run the show, and we don't want it to run the show. We want to run the show. Okay. And your happy card is, I'll give you a shaman card. Sacred silence. Silence, sacred silence. Silence, whether surrounded by it in your environment or simply holding a vow of silence, can prompt deep contemplation and reflection. Commit to a few hours or in a full day not speaking. Notice how it feels to do so. Find a place in nature, meditate in silence. Okay? So becoming present and being the observer at the moment is just really will get you through these lessons at the moment a lot quicker. Okay, I hope that's helped you, lovely, gorgeous girl.
visualizer actually. Okay, firstly, close your eyes. And what I want you to do is I want you to visualize this. I want you to see this. Now, behind you, it's pretty much what that's the heart chakra area, but it's irrelevant to where it's just the vicinity that it's in. Now, what you have, what I'm saying is there's a harness on you. It's a torso harness, runs the whole torso, and there's this huge fat rubber band that's connected to your back. You're moving forward, but this rubber band is just stretching, and it's getting harder to move forward, and harder and harder to move forward because this rubber band's constantly calling you back. When you're ready to take that harness off, visualize it and visualize yourself taking it. But so be prepared that when you do that, that which is trying to hold you back there is going to come at your full force because we want you to conduct this. Now, what I'm saying as well, which is really interesting because it's the first time, and I don't say this, but at this point, what I'm saying is a lot of arrows are coming around you. There's heaps of arrows coming towards you. They're not really causing anything, and yeah, there were a few things which is again feels like not nice energy coming your way, which doesn't make any sense because your energy don't see why anything like that would be occurring. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on your solar plexus. Just keep the focus on the solar plexus. Now, what I want you to do is visualize a lantern. Remember those old lanterns? So, now visualize your solar plexus as that lantern. A light flame. I don't want it to be bright at this moment. I just want you to visualize it. Just a nice flame, yellow though. Okay, a nice hot flame, but it's a small flame at this moment, which is solar plexus. Let's get that visual. Now slowly, what I want you to do is just visualize yourself. You know how they've got the little dial on the side where you can, as you turn it, it gets brighter and brighter. Just want you to visualize yourself turning the dial, and this light is just getting bright. And I want you to get it to the point where it's so bright that the body can't be seen. All you can see is this light. And I want it to be about 3 meters in all directions spiritually from your center. And you should feel this calmness come over you. Be like something stopped. When you're uncertain, just do that. You can keep that as bright or as low, depending on how you feel. Use that. Solar plexus at this moment is being seems to be something's drawn to you that way, and the light is clearing. Not so what's going on, but there is a lot of stuff at this moment which is not yours, seems to be directed towards you. So don't focus too much externally. Your uncertainty, something's caused you to be uncertain. That doesn't make sense as well because you're not someone that I saw as uncertain. So see you, someone who pushes forward, and that's why I don't. A lot of things at this moment that make sense while I'm actually speaking to you. Based on, I don't know you that well, but it's what I have seen before. It seems like you're all over the place, so it's you need to ground yourself, get yourself back together, bring yourself back to you. Solar plexus is the main one. Just keep that lantern visual and use it when you need to. Anytime you feel down, visualize the lantern and get it bright. Thank you, Angela. I don't know much more. That's the main area. Solar plexus. I think you know where that is coming from, but that's what solar plexus will do. Clear it all up.
Okay.
So yeah, there's Look, there are things I do first. I don't need to go to them, but I think you are aware of them. And just the solar plexus aspect working. Just keep it pushing. You'll push away. You're trying to get through your aura. It's not actually happening, which is a good thing, but using that will actually assist in creating more of, not a shield. It's not even creating a shield. It's just creating a distraction to it, or a repellence, if you like. But that will assist you and get yourself back into doing what you want to do. Really important. Right? Stop procrastinating. Is that the right word? I think that's the right word. Get into it. You know what you want to do it.
Yeah. Yep. Is that Reve? How would you say that name?
Rouvet.
Reve.
All right.
You're next. Ascent Stars.
F, yeah, I need to. Push it. And there's Rouvet.
Yeah. That's Angelita. Your problems will feel smaller when you're fixing everyone else's. I'm just being silly. Hey, Alison. Okay. Let me just get my... And my incense today is Himalayan jasmine. I didn't know you get Himalayan jasmine, but apparently you can. Sounds a bit corny, but jasmine is a very powerful defensive. So if you're doing clearings and that, jasmine is really good. Nice and pungent.
I shall be right back.
Okay, review. Okay. Whew. Okay, Reve, just can I get you to take a big breath in through your nose? A big breath out. Do that a few times. And just breathe out. I want you to focus on your heart space. Let it go, Angelita. Look, it really feels like there's a lot of resistance you're creating. Whatever's happened, whatever you're going through at the moment, Reve, okay, has happened, is happening, and you're in your head going, okay, this is how I want it to be. I'm visualizing it, maybe. But at the same time, your inner self, your instincts are telling you to do something else, but it's out of your comfort zones. Okay? There's stuff at the moment that you know you should be doing. You know how to go about it. You know how to make things. It almost feels like you're trying to stick to the easy path. Something's happened, something's going on, and you're trying to stick to the easy path. And the universe is going, yeah, no, it's not going to work that way. And you know this. You're going to have to go shape things up. Okay? You're going to have to do things a different way. Okay? But this is good. This is good. The universe still has your back. But at the moment, you're being asked, there's a voice inside your head which is telling you this. It's leading you this way, saying, hey, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So that's where you get the extra stress from. That's where the extra stress come from. That's why you just can be a bit all over the place. But you know what? Knowledge is power. Time to your instincts. Time to step into that knowledge. That, you know, we listen to all these things. We listen to these podcasts, listen to all this spiritual talk and do courses and whatever. There's some of it now that you have to, this is the meaty end of the, you know, this is, you know, that part of the game that's going to be uncomfortable and you don't know how things are going to turn out. Okay. But it will turn out and you'll get through it no matter what. But at the moment, your standard way of going about things, it's not necessarily going to work. Okay. But you know this because this is what you're being told. And the more we try to go, yeah, but I want it to work that way, there's the stress, there's the resistance, there's the up and down, there's the inside our head, there's being somewhere else, and it's putting you off your game at the moment. Okay, time to hand it over to the universe. Time to let the universe do what it needs to do. Okay, but it's throwing your opportunities, and your instincts are telling you that there's certain things that you need to do for you, which is going to take effort. It's not going to be easy. Okay, but this is going to help for you to grow, and this is going to help for you to expand your universe. Okay, because it's a time of nurturing for you, and sometimes we need that motherly love. We need that hug. Sometimes we need the mother to bring out the wooden spoon and go, get cracking. There's stuff that you need to do. Okay, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Everything will work out how it should be. But at the moment, the way you're going about it, you need to shift things up. You need to expand your universe. You need to trust in higher forces. You need to listen to your instincts. Because at the moment, you're trying to stick to the old ways of doing things, and you're just creating resistance. And the universe is saying, no, come on, flow with me. Make it easier on yourself. So this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to learn. Okay, this is an opportunity to grow. This is what we ask for. Okay, but sometimes it's very trying, and it can be scary because everything that you need to know is inside of you. But the problem is from the perspective that you're trying to force. It doesn't seem to be panning out. But as soon as you stop trying to force it and you start to work with the universe, you start to work with the situation, regardless of what you feel you must do, the universe is going to start to show you things. Okay? These are not the easy lessons. These are the trying lessons. They're not easy. And we don't want to go through them again because they were a pain in the butt the first time and they're going to be a bigger pain in the butt the next time. But we're going to do what we're going to do. Okay? So, yeah. Yep. The I am. The ego. Okay? It's out of balance. And that's awesome. You know you're going to bring it back into balance. Because when you bring it back into balance, that's when that vision of the big picture will come stronger again. Okay? But you step into your power, you step into this lesson, and you do what needs to be done. And it ain't going to be easy, but then you'll be able to expect powerful changes. That's what we're here for. We're here for the change. Help me to grow, universe. I want this, I want that. Okay? Everything comes at a cost. Okay? And at the moment, it's time to pay the piper. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what we do. That's how we move. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. Okay? It's time to rise. It's time to turn that knowledge into power. It's time. I hope this helps you.
Well, first thing I want to say to you is everything you have researched, everything that you believe, put it in a little jar, dig a hole in the backyard and bury it. Leave it there. Forget about it. Throw it out. It's useless. There's a lot of information and we can gather so much. We can gather this knowledge, we can gather that knowledge, and that knowledge itself is only a tool. When we start applying that information to ourselves, there's a distortion that occurs because our true self knows our true self. And we try to understand ourselves with the distortion that we've been given. Tools someone has said, so we use what someone has said to bring it back to ourselves and say, I am this, or I know I am this. Who told you that you are what you have been told, what you accept? When the ego speaks in a particular way. It actually uses itself to state it's going to do something which it will never do. The ego will never say, check the ego. But it will actually say it will check the ego, but it never does it. So it's not about the ego, it's about knowing what the ego represents, where the ego did come from. Why use that word ego? What part of the ego requires to be controlled, if you like, and why does it require to be controlled? Now, when I say pack every belief that you have and just throw it away, I do mean that. These are all tools, and tools themselves, we gather them and we gather and we gather and we gather, and they can just sit in the box and never be used. Well, they're used once and that's the end of it. What you're looking for, where you want to be and what you want to understand is beyond the ego itself, and it's why one has an ego. But that's which has the ego is where you seems like you get stuck on. I hope you're following. Look at that which uses the ego and why it uses the ego, why it needs to use the ego. And maybe there you'll find some understanding on what it is to check, and it might not be the ego itself. I don't have much more than that for you.
Well, it's interesting because, we spend all this time and you come to a point where you start realizing that what we've done is we've swapped one belief system for another belief system, and we're still in that prison. It's about freeing ourselves from that
Freeing
prison.
ourselves from complete.
Not just.
We all go because I'll just get lost in.
Well, it's just like we do that. We go, okay, let's go and create somewhere nicer, and then we go to a nicer prison, and we think, oh, I was. And the thing is, if we think we're free, then there's no way of escape. because we don't even know that we're in a prison. And getting out of the prison of the mind, that's the whole principle of enlightenment. And if we're just swapping one set of belief systems for another set of belief systems, we might think, well, we're more in control, or we're happy, or no, we're good, but we'll only get so far. We'll reach a wall, and then we go, why is there a wall there? I didn't know there was a wall there. But that's what happens. Is this? You got to be careful with spirituality. There's so much out there. It's just another belief system. It's just another wall. We're just swapping scenery out. We're going to not swap the scenery out. We're going to dump the shit. Free ourselves in the line.
If you can understand this, when you watch a movie, you don't carry it in your back pocket afterwards, do you?
Hi, Kieran. Hey, Gina. I don't know. Plenty of people with phones in their back pockets.
Yeah, I know.
That's the problem. Leave the phone at home,
we
people.
Change. We take one belief and then we learn something new because we're following that belief, and as we look into it, it opens up to other things which are associated to it. When we're studying and aiming to understand ourselves, well, we can accept what we've been told, or we can question what we've been told and look into the questioning aspect of it. What is it? Do we just accept something because someone has said it? We've been trained. We've trained like monkeys to just accept certain things. Well, don't accept certain things. Don't accept anything for what someone has told you. Question everything. And as you question, even if you get an answer to it, question the answer. If you're left with questions, you're closer to the truth. If you're left with answers, you're further away from the truth. Because the truth itself is a question. And no one really has an actual answer to the truth. They have a perspective of the truth that they can give you. Learn your own truth. And how do you do that? Well, whose knowledge are you going to accept is your truth? Or are you going to look for your own truth and understand somebody else's truth is their truth? Ego is not a dirty word. You're speaking to what the ego is speaking at this moment.
Okay.
Hello, Gina. Hello, Kieran.
I think we have any more donated readings. I reckon we should go at runouts. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, people. If you have not had a reading tonight, and I guess this too. Nobody's birthday. Too late. No reading then. People, if you've had a reading tonight, if you haven't had a reading tonight and you would like a reading, put 1 in the comment section just once, and I will get you a run out reading. So it is a run out reading time. Okay. Oh, Nicole, you get to pick which deck I use for run out readings. Okay. I have Menology here. I have Seeker's Oracle. And
hello again, Willow. You were called at the beginning, but you weren't here.
I have the Love Heart deck, which is
yeah.
So what is it? Moon, Seekers, Love Heart. Nicole, you're the first one, so you get to pick what deck everyone gets a run out reading with. Only because you're special. Hey Willow.
Can respect that.
The love heart. It's not a relationship deck. Although I can do. Okay. Well, these are big cards. Okay. Run out reading for Nicole. Look, things are changing for you, Nicole, at the moment. Okay, so there's going to be stuff coming along that you usually wouldn't do, new opportunities, okay? And look, and there's going to be some things that you're going to try to shut out, or you're going to be too busy, but there's opportunity and new paths. It's almost like at the moment there's forks in the road. You're coming up to forks in the road everywhere. Okay, so now you're going to have to ask, it's a time for exploration. It's a time for chance encounters. It's a time for a lot of new stuff. Okay, and these will lead to new things that will lead to new things, will lead to new things. Okay, so at the moment, if you just things that you're not used to, or if you just stick in your norm and keep everything the same, things will just go the same way. But at the moment, there's opportunities coming all around you. So it's time to have eyes open, ears open, be in the present, and don't be afraid to try something new, because you might be saying, I don't really know if that's me. But you might do it and then meet someone else that will lead to something else, that will lead to something else, and it'll get you to where you're going. Okay? So time to step out. Time to step out. You're gonna have to step out of your comfort zones if you want the new to come in. Okay? Don't wait around for it to happen. You've got to go to it. But there's opportunity everywhere for you. I hope that's helped.
Changes, but it depends on what you're after. Your opportunities are there. It really does depend on what you're after. What you think it is, look the other one. The one that you probably avoid, what I will say. What you're going to avoid is probably what you should not avoid.
Yeah, here comes trouble. Man, did you just want a whole reading, Mandy? Because you donated. You can get a whole reading if you want.
No.
Too late. Okay, Mandy. This is always moving forward, the never-ending circle. Okay. We have habits, we have things that we do, we have comfort zones, we're only human and all that. Okay, you have a strong spiritual connection. Okay, you have very stronger than what you believe a lot of the times. But at the moment, you're being asked to look at what energies you're putting out. What message are you putting out? What energies are you putting out? What are you filling your heart with? What are you filling mind with? Okay, because there's a lot of stuff at the moment. Okay, but there's still too much stuff from the heart. There's still too much stuff from the past that you're holding on to that influence the way you're going about it. So some of the choices, some of your reactions. Okay, it's time to be very mindful of the way that you're acting in with certain people and certain dealings. Okay, because just remember, the whole universe is a mirror of you at the moment. Okay, it'll throw back at us whatever we put out at it. So it's a time now that you have to look at what's not resonating. Okay, this is thought forms, this is judgment, because at the end of the day, when we're in judgment, when we've got issues with other people, deep down inside, we've got issues with ourselves. Okay, because judgment, when we got judgment out there, that stems from self-judgment. Self-judgment is a limitation. Okay, and you've got too much energy going through you, and the universe is asking you to have a look at what you're projecting, what you're doing, and saying, is that really me? Is that really how I feel? Does that reflect who I am or who I want to be? There's just some stuff just keeps coming back up, and it will continue coming back up until we start to have a look at that. Okay, I hope that's helped you.
I say crystals. Coming your way. Plenty of crystals coming your way. I won't say anything to you. Back to the Nordic one.
And the underlying energy is the inkwell. Look carefully at agreements. Be careful what you sign, Mandy.
Ooh.
It is a big crystal. That's a Lemurian quartz. It's a lovely one, isn't it?
Mandy, just work on your cycle. It is your cycle. No. Cycle.
What was that? Did you put a memo up the other day that said someone gave me these crystals for protection, but at the moment they're still in my pocket? I've never had to throw them at anyone yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the crazy lady thinks.
This is what the card said. Am I holding cards? Am I not? I am. Okay. Gina. Gina, too much inside your head. Okay. You need to ground. You need to get to nature. Okay. This is a basic spirituality. When we're okay, you're going through stages at the moment. Okay. You're being called, you're awakening, you're moving forward, you're learning stuff, but you got to get out of your head, because when you're inside of your head, you're projecting. Okay, and when we're projecting our reality. All our energy is getting dispersed, and we're draining ourselves. Time to get out into nature. Time to learn how to be quiet. Time to quiet that mind. Time to meditate. Time to go out into nature. Time to learn what a quiet mind is. Okay. Time to ground. Time to clear. Time to get out of it, because at the moment, okay, there's too much. I don't know if you're just coming into stuff, but at the moment you're going through a phase where you're just judging everyone. Okay, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. What are you doing? okay? And you're projecting out onto everyone around you. I mean, it's hard, but it's you know what? You don't know the path of everyone else. Everyone is on their own path. Okay, they have their own motives, they have their own reasons, they have their own perspective, they have their own understanding, they have their own things that they have come here. They have come here to understand. And it's not for us to tell anyone how to make their choices. Okay, because what happens is we push people away and we become more toxic. It's time to let go. Time to let go. Focus on yourself. Learn how to clear the mind. Okay, because the problem is too when we're in judgment that comes from us being in self-judgment. And when we're in self-judgment, we're not in love. We're not walking in love. We haven't got full acceptance of ourselves. It's just something people have to go through. We go through these stages. It's part of the learning. It's part of the growth. But you're zealous at the moment. You're zealous. Okay? But it's all about being present. So it's about getting out of the head. If you're thinking all the time, you're still running subconscious algorithms. You're not even barely in control. That's why we meditate, so we know what a clear mind is. So we can empty our mind. Okay? It's a foundation of enlightenment. We've all got to do it. It'll help you to strip away the stuff that you don't need within you. That's how we get to that place of love. That's how we get to that place of non-judgment. Okay? We become present, we start stripping away the crap. Otherwise, the subconscious will run its algorithms like it's done our whole life. Okay, so get out into nature if you can. Learn how to empty that mind and become present. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. They'll work it out. Don't worry. It's a big universe. You start to see things differently. And then makes much more sense. I hope that's helped you.
What I want to say to you, Julian, is listen without responding, observe without reacting. Do that. So long you can do that. Listen without responding, observe without reacting.
So we just go through it. It takes us a bit of time to strip it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're here for. And chili and coffee. We're here for those things too.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrot. It's too late to be drinking coffee.
Got a drop.
Okay, Kieran, how are you going, gorgeous? You know, we can get zealous sometimes and we can make choices and go, right, I'm going to do that. Yep, I'm going to do that. Okay, there's some hard work in front of you. Okay, there's some work that you need to do for yourself at the moment. First card I've got you with footsteps. Actions have consequences. Be conscious, Kieran, of the foot of the imprints that you're leaving behind. Okay? Because we butt heads and we try to express ourselves and we try to say, hey, look, this is how I feel and that's how I feel. Okay? But sometimes we just have to go. We don't have to tell the whole story. We don't have to justify ourselves. You know, the ego wants to justify ourselves and say, "Oh, this is why I'm doing this," because sometimes we just go, "I'm not doing it." Okay, but at the moment, it's hard because you're not in your own space. Okay, and you need to find your own space. You need to find a place. You need to find your own space. There's a lot of work ahead of you. There's a lot of work to do. It's not going to be easy, but you need to find somewhere, some sacred space for yourself. Okay, whether it be an altar, whether it be joining a group or going over a friend's place or just a place in nature to go for a walk, you got to find a happy space where you can chill and clear your mind and get out of the mind. Because the more we overthink, the more we project, the more stuff we imprint. Okay? But your hard work is paying off and you'll get there. It doesn't feel like it at the moment. But just try and find a happy space where you can chill and you can clear yourself. Okay? Because until you do, you're going to be in reaction. You're going to be more in reaction mode, in justification mode. And you don't need to justify yourself. Just make your choices. Okay? But when it just feels like there's too much reaction, and when we react to certain people and we react to certain things, because people don't have the perspective that we have. They see it differently. And we're going to make peace with that sometimes. Okay? I hope that's helped you.
Kieran, if you're going to be focusing on what's going to happen in the next few days, how do you become aware of what's happening right this moment? At what point do you bring your attention to what is happening right now? If you're always thinking about what you're going to do. If your focus is on what you're going to do, you will miss what is occurring right this moment. And there is a lot that is happening right before your eyes. You just need to tune yourself. As Brooke said, find your space. Find a place where it's you. You're happy, you're good, you're in the present moments, and observe what is happening in that moment. Forget about what's going to happen tomorrow. It will happen when it's supposed to happen.
Bye, Mandy. Bye, Mandy. Thanks for the donation. Gorgeous.
Bye, man.
I was going to give you a love and light read, but Stathi said no. Give her the hard word. That's why he went quiet afterwards.
No, you're on elsewhere. Willow.
Willow, too much inside your head again. Too much inside your head. You need to go out and hug a tree. A lot of overthinking, a lot of overanalyzing. Trying to work it out. This is from the last reading. I just shuffled the deck, cleared it, and it came out again for the third time. Reconnect with Mother Earth. Grounding, bring balance, take time out to restore your energy. Okay, I'm getting a lot of head pressure. A lot inside your head. Okay, you got to. This is what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna meditate. We're gonna go out in nature or get somewhere and meditate and clear that space so we know what a clear space looks like. We can't work anything out with intellect. We worked everything with our intellect. The world wouldn't be like it is now. It'd be all dandy and rosy. Okay, things are the way they are, And you got to make peace with that. Because until you can make peace with everything exactly as it should be, then you're hanging on to attachments. And you're walking around trying to project how you think things should be. But it's not about that. At the moment, it's about getting you right. Because it's all about getting out of that mind, getting into that quiet space, making peace, and becoming the observer. Okay? The universe is asking you to become that observer, become that still, to gain that stillness, become that observer, and listen, and watch, and observe. So he was saying about the last ring, stop, don't react, observe, and look, and observe. Okay? Take your shoes off. Ground, look up grounding. But any meditation that you can help to quiet that mind. And because when we go into that when we start to observe and we start to pay attention, then we can start to look at the thoughts and then notice that our thoughts are like all these insects around a light globe at night. We're like, oh no, that's just me, I'm just thinking. No, you're getting bombarded by all sorts of stuff. It's not always us. But it feels like your energy is just draining in areas. And you've just got to come centered, bring yourself back, balance, ground, clear that mind. And then the healing can start. A lot more healing can start. Okay? Because the universe wants to show you some stuff, but it needs you to be in that quiet space. I hope that's helped you.
A couple of things. Stop tiptoeing around. Make some noise. Someone needs to hear you speak. So speak. It feels like you're stuck somewhere. It's picking up you're stuck. I'm not sure how deep you go, but I feel that you've blocked yourself up. There's a lot of things you can do, a lot of things that you are doing, but you're holding yourself back for some reason. Open your mind. Allow things to come through the way that they have been coming through. Observe them, and that's all you need to do with that. If you need to write it down, and you feel you need to write it down. Otherwise, just observe what it is that you're seeing. That's all you can do with that at this moment. If you can speak it and express it, great. Otherwise, it is for you. Things for you to see within yourself. Accept them. But if you're focusing on what's happening around you and you continue tiptoeing, something has power over you at this moment. Break that control. I think it's. I make fun at your poor doggy. You should have went first, so he can laugh at you slowly.
Yeah, that's not fit. Yeah.
How would you like if the dog was laughing at you?
Angelita, it's like this. Kaboom! Or was it just a dog?
You're welcome.
I don't know. I was sort of voting that like he would land on the dog and sort of break the fall. No.
I thought that was a rat.
Pretty much was. Have you got a real dog or have you got one of those Barbie girl dogs, Angelita? They didn't have much. I typed in dog slipping downstairs with ice, and not much came up. Okay. Well, thank you. Did we? I just better check that no one else has donated that I don't know about.
Have a good week, everyone. Be present. Focus on yourselves. A Shiba Inu. How big is a Shiba Inu? This big? This big?
A Shiba Inu.
A
Is
Shiba
that like a
Inu.
husky?
Medium-sized dog.
Let's see.
Okay, you pass. Medium-sized I can
Yeah.
do.
Let's see. I know, but people might be interested in what sort of dog it is, so I'm just going to get one up so we can
Thanks,
see.
guys. Like pages, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Get our pages.
Yeah, it's like a husky.
Get notifications. We're around. We're not regular at this moment, but probably as our weather starts to get cooler here in Australia, we'll start being more regular. But outdoors is too much fun at this moment. Ah, yes. I know
Yep.
which one.
Yeah, husky style. Which is as well. What do you mean? Is he like he should be good on the ice? So if he's
Not a nice.
not on ice, but he looks like one of those snow dogs.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Which one? There was like 10 dogs up there. Do you own all of them? Dear God.
Looks the same. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy. Until next time.
Then you go changing.